Thank you, Robin.
Howard, where are you going to be at 10 o'clock tonight?
Strangling Gilbert after, Where am I going to be?
Yeah.
At 10 o'clock tonight?
Yeah.
I'll be in bed, hiding from my in-laws. I mean, you know, relaxing.
Oh, dear. Lock the door because you do not want to miss 2020. They're going to have an exorcism.
Oh, yeah.
A real exorcism on 2020 tonight.
Barbara Walters. Are they going to exorcise the demons inside of Barbara Walters?
No, there's some little kid, Gina.
Yeah.
Who apparently was diagnosed as a psychotic, an actively psychotic person by psychiatrists at the Miami Children's Hospital.
Yeah, that was Dr. Norris, I think, who did the...
But church investigators went and talked to her, and they determined that something more was involved.
Right.
So last October, they performed an exorcism on her.
Hey, that's nothing. Tomorrow night on my TV show, I'm going to part the Hudson River. Listen, let me tell you what's going on with that. Listen, no, excuse me. Let me talk.
That there is a God.
Yeah.
This has to be it.
Okay, everybody listen carefully what's going on here. You have a child who has a disturbance of some kind. Whether it's psychological or medical or whatever. I would assume it's psychological. And, excuse me, Gary.
I'm sorry, I didn't know whether you wanted him in or not now.
Who, Gilbert?
Yes.
Gilbert feels he has to come in, let him come in.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Maybe he wants to sit outside longer. Maybe he has to prepare. Maybe he has to go through a preparation, like Stephen Wright.
But I really want to have a serious conversation with you about this because I said, well, maybe there is a God.
There is. Hey, Gilbert. We're in the middle of a discussion. Try not to be too abusive.
Try to be serious.
No, I'm not doing a commercial.
Damn.
Did Gary lecture you?
No, I heard it over the radio.
All right, good.
The radio lecture.
Let's exercise Gilbert.
Yes. Yes.
I
never get any exercise. Yes. Yeah, okay. Wait a second.
Okay.
So,
it's a good joke.
we're talking about the exorcism that's going on in 2020. So here's what happens. So the girl probably has a psychological disturbance.
Well, see, you haven't seen it. You're speculating.
Please bear with me. Robin, I know enough to know that Satan is not inside anybody. Come on.
Now I'm getting excited.
Does anybody buy that? So if Satan is available, where's God during all this?
The guy who performed the exorcism and agreed to have it filmed while he did it said that the reason he did it was to prove once and for all that there is evil and Satan does exist.
Hey, Ray, that's why I was only running around in my T-shirt. Satan was inside my penis.
No, Satan was out.
Hey, Ray, let me just interject here for a minute. Hey, Ray, I'm more sensible than this story.
Hold it a second, though. Let me tell you something. And I really do mean this. What happens is someone has a psychological disturbance. And then if I could come over and somehow lay hands, if I could convince you that I could lay hands on you, it would calm you down for a while.
Now, wait a minute.
Come on.
This
Can I lay hands on you?
last October, Howard.
Yes. Yes.
For 6 hours.
There are demons inside your breast.
Shut up.
I'm sorry.
There are 6 hours.
There are demons hiding under your breasts.
And Gilbert needs to exercise your breast.
Hours. They argued with the other voices or personalities or whatever there were inside this little girl.
Listen, Gilbert is a master impressionist. You could, seriously, if you had a scam 2020, couldn't you, like, pretend that you had, like, 20 people living inside of you?
Oh, sure. Jerry Seinfeld is in your body.
Hi, how are you? Hey, how you doing? Who are these people?
Hey,
airlines.
Why
did they give you those bags of peanuts?
16. Hey. She's 16. I just want to submit that. How old are you?
I painted my apartment. Why do people do this?
And she was possessed by...
iron my shirt.
Not Jerry Seinfeld.
They say...
Minga.
It's washing my shirt. So wait a second. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
You're saying that girl...
Oh, Minga.
That girl is possessed by someone named Minga?
Minga was the person who was talking.
Mingala.
Minga, yes.
The Mingala. And the priest would have to say, I silence Minga. I command the spirit of evil to leave now.
Linga, are we on the air? Linga, leave
Minga.
me. Mine is Linga.
Oh, really?
Lingus.
Airlingers.
Minga, did you say?
Minga.
Minga is a Puerto Rican word for sex.
Oh, stop it.
And I chant that every time. Minga,
Well, just tell me how you explain that after the exorcism was over, the girl calmed down,
Go ahead.
followed the instructions from the exorcist,
And had a cigarette.
who said to her, Gina, kiss the cross of Christ.
Oh. Hey, you want to kiss the cross of Christ? Oh!
You're all stupid. You're as stupid as a fence post.
Scared the crap out of me.
Did I?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, ooh.
I wasn't watching.
Ah. What is it?
I would love to say it's Jerry Seinfeld on the phone, but it's Donna Douglas.
Oh, Ellie Mae?
Ellie Mae Clampett.
Baba Booey.
What does she know about this?
Hey, yeah. You mean she's calling in to talk about the exorcism? Hey, what can we
yeah.
do with her since we got Gilbert here?
Well, you know, she is born again.
She's got a gig at the Limelight this Wednesday, so how born again?
Whoa, wait
yeah,
a
but
minute.
she's not naked dancing.
Right,
or
no,
something.
but I'm saying she's going,
She's born again, but
going
she's still an
to a bar.
entertainer.
Right,
Yeah, but the Limelight is in a church.
right.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Limelight is a church.
Hey, Gilbert, you want to be Jethro? Can you do a Jethro?
No.
Because then I could say,
Had I only known.
it could be like bloopers. It'd be like, hey, we have Jethro here. It's a reunion.
You do Buddy Epson or Granny?
Hey, real.
Boy, wouldn't you know it?
Real. Boy, all you do is Jerry Seinfeld.
Jay
Hey.
Leno wasn't on that show. And neither was David Brenner.
Hey.
Neither was Andrew Dice Clay, which really makes it awful.
He only does other comedians.
She's done so much else. It's easy to.
Well, she did that Twilight Zone.
No,
I
yeah.
remember that.
Which one was that?
The one where she was beautiful, but she thought she was ugly because everybody else looked like a pig.
What's her name? Donna Douglas. Let's talk to her for 5 minutes.
Okay.
All right. Donna?
Hello.
Ellie Mae?
Hello?
See, she doesn't answer to the name Donna. Ellie Mae.
Oh. Well, maybe you're possessed. Maybe we should exercise you.
I always had the hots for you. It's Howard. We're on the air.
Well, howdy there.
Hi. Ooh. I bet you a lot of guys used to write you fan letters. What did you get, like 100,000 fan letters a week?
Oh, a good many. Not quite that many, though, I don't think.
And guys wanted to get you, right?
I don't know.
I mean, they wanted to make love to you.
Oh, you really think so?
Oh, I did. When
You were running around with that little rope belt.
Oh,
and those
when I was a kid, I must have been. When did the Beverly Hillbillies start?
1962-63 was the first season.
So
All right.
how old was a young Howard
All
Stern?
right, let me figure this out now. If I'm 37 now, 1962. Don't tell me.
You were born in 1953?
No, 4.
54.
All right, wait. 64? No,
I was just a baby then.
64. 1950. No, I'm figuring out how old I was when I used to watch it.
Howard,
How old was I?
you were 8 years old?
8 years old when the Beverly Hillbillies started?
Yeah.
Well, I used
Did
to,
you believe that?
I remember getting aroused
Nah.
from Ellie Mae.
You're supposed to be in your dormant period at that time.
No, I remember distinctly.
You like critters, huh?
You know what? When you went in the cement pond with the critters,
Uh-huh.
that would drive. When you come out in your bathing suit, even though it wouldn't be like a bikini or anything.
No, we wasn't allowed to show any cleavage.
No, I know, but you had a lot. You were packing a lot. You had, I'll say D cups.
You're observant.
I was right, wasn't I? I'm telling you, that's right. I'm right. You know who I used
An
to...
8-year-old lech. This is what you're telling me you were.
I'm gonna go you one better, and I don't mind telling you this, Donna. If I can call you Donna, or should I call you
Okay,
Ellie?
either way.
Ellie
Whatever
Mae,
makes
if I
you
may
happy.
say this. Hey, you don't want to get like Aunt B, get real old and start thinking you're Aunt B. You know,
That's all right.
do you know when Aunt B died that she thought that she was Aunt B?
Yeah, she moved to a little South Carolina town that she thought.
Is that right?
There's
She thought she was the right thing, huh?
Body. No, body.
that
I
she
heard
thought
you
was
were
the
coming
town.
to California.
How'd you hear that?
I don't know.
Did Jethro tell you?
Jethro?
Yeah.
Jethro knows how to cipher, but that's about all.
Do you ever talk to Jethro?
Oh, I saw Jethro just a couple of weeks ago
Really?
at the memorial for Nancy, yeah.
Culp. Hey,
Uh-huh.
you know what was
Yeah.
kind of sad? Nancy Culp died,
Yeah.
but Buddy Epson was real mean to her
Yeah.
the last couple of years of her life.
Well, I think that sort of got an explanation at the memorial service. Buddy was there, and so was Maxie, too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and he said, it's just a matter. People have their politics, and he has his, and she had hers.
But I interviewed Nancy before she died, and she was hurt by that.
Yes, I realize that. You're correct.
Yeah. Nancy and I did speak, in fact, a couple of months before she died, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a nice lady, really.
Real nice lady.
I got to spend some time with her.
Well, you
before.
were very good to her.
Who was, me? Yes, I was,
No,
Robin.
no, no,
Thank you for
no.
pointing that out to the public.
Donna, Donna
she's a
spent a
nice
lot
lady.
of time with her at the
through a
end there.
storm.
Yeah.
Did she?
Yes.
She's a nice lady. I was really happy. You know, I did get to-
Drysdale.
Now, Maxie was the one with the orgies, right?
Yeah. Well, no. Well, let me just get this
Okay.
straight. I'm not going to say an orgy, Gilbert.
Gilbert might have been there. I don't know.
I was out in Los Angeles with
Y'all
my
a
agent.
wild group, I'll tell you.
I was out in Los Angeles with my agent.
Yeah.
So we're all hanging around and stuff, and it's like a Friday, and everyone's leaving. Early. It must be about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So all the other agents say to my agent, come on, we're going to a party. And I go, where's the party? It's the big party over at Maxie Bear's house.
Oh, really?
Evidently, like, he's wild. Like, and he has these parties where there's, like, tons of girls and stuff, and it's wild.
Well, he always did like girls.
Yeah.
Well, I know there was
What a
one.
weirdo.
What was that Beverly Hills girl? There's some stripper.
Oh, I heard there was some press on that.
Yeah.
I don't know the particulars, you know.
But
Apparently, she was running around saying Max was in love with her and wanted to marry her, but she wanted to continue her career.
Chesty Westy?
I don't know.
her
Her
name?
name was Chesty Westy. It was something like
Did Max?
Beverly Hills or something.
Yeah, Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
Did Max ever put the moves on you?
Oh.
Tell the truth.
No, not really.
He
We
never
wrestled
tried.
a little, you know.
Wrestled.
Yeah. When you wrestle.
I
Now,
like
what are you going to do with that one?
Hey, what's the deal? You're born again?
Am I?
That's what we were just talking about.
I thought I'd heard something about that.
That
Didn't
I
you
was
put out a
born
bunch
again?
of a couple of religious albums?
I've done a gospel album and a country album, yes.
Really?
And I work a lot with young people. And I go to school.
So does Ted Kennedy.
Oh, stop.
I didn't hear that. What was that?
I said, so does Ted Kennedy. Evidently.
He's like a Boy Scout master.
You know, maybe he was just trying to help those girls over at Obar.
No.
You'll camp out his.
You know, Ellie Mae, things have gotten so much more complicated since 1962. Look at this. Look at what we're finding now. Senators romping around in Obar. Look at that.
Well, maybe we're just finding out about all these
Yeah, it
things.
used to happen, didn't it?
You know
I
who
don't know. I wasn't there.
I'll tell you something. Ted Kennedy makes Max Baer look like another altar boy there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Max is a good guy. We had.
Did you ever go to any of his parties?
No, I don't think I was invited.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe you didn't.
Maybe I didn't fit in.
You
know?
put out.
wrestle enough.
You didn't wrestle enough. But
You must have beat him in those wrestling.
Maybe that's why I didn't get invited. I won.
But you're not getting wacky or anything like, you know, and like hanging around with critters and having a cement pond and all that. You're not living the Ellie Mae thing.
Mm-mm.
You mean, you put
I can't have critics because I travel too much.
Right.
I work a lot with young people.
You
So
got
I
a
don't-
husband?
I don't, huh?
You
No,
married?
I don't have a husband.
You never got married?
Well,
She did?
well, I may as well catch a fella one of these days.
She
But
did?
you got married once, didn't you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'd love to be there on the wedding night. Let me tell you, I used to have such fantasies about you.
Hey, have you ever been married?
No.
Oh, he's married now.
Robin, no, I haven't. No, I
Oh,
haven't.
you're not available.
No, I'm not married.
His
Your wife is?
died.
Were you married? I don't want to embarrass you here, but weren't you married to Larry King?
Who, you?
And you.
No,
Just my
not
2
me.
cents. I just my 2 cents, but isn't
Larry
Donna
King,
Douglas?
I don't think I've even done his show.
Isn't Donna Douglas one of the most beautiful women you ever met?
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, so
I have a song about his. You know, I just mentioned his show. I do mention his show and Sally Jesse on one of my songs.
oh, you do?
Yeah, how about that?
Really? I didn't know that. Wee doggy.
I didn't hear that one.
No, wee doggy. Hey, wait a second. So now,
You know, I'm just thinking.
No, I didn't hear
what are you
that
doing?
one.
What are you going to do with the limelight? Are you going to sing?
No, I don't think I'm going to sing there. It's going to be in. You know, we're going to work with Clearpool. And Clearpool is an organization to help underprivileged children and homeless children in New York to give them a summer outing and everything.
Let me tell you something. We got so many underprivileged children in New York. You're going to have to do 50 shows at the limelight.
Well, maybe we'll get some started then.
I'll tell you, in fact, I have an underprivileged child here with me. I knew you would be calling in, and someone wanted to thank you. This is Leroy. Leroy, say something, please.
Is you with the Beverly Hillbillies?
Sure enough, I am.
Cause like sometimes when I'm waiting for my medication,
All right, Gilbert.
I want the
I was going to say,
Beverly,
how old is Leroy?
Leroy, how old are you? You don't now go to summer
the
camp.
Beverly Hillbillies.
Leroy's ready for incarceration, I think.
Hey, let me tell you something. One of the best things that you ever did is that episode of The Twilight Zone. You were great in that.
I love
Oh,
that.
Which one was that?
That was the one
I was a
where
holder.
she was the good-looking girl who, like, needed plastic surgery all the time.
Oh, with Adam West?
No, it's called Eye of the Beholder.
Eye of the Beholder. I have it on tape.
Wait, that's where the doctors are ugly at the end.
Right.
Right.
But
They all have pig's faces.
the surgeon was Adam West.
Is that right?
was?
Yes.
Ella May, is that true? Adam West was the
I
surgeon?
didn't know that.
Yes.
I have
the
a
head
video.
surgeon was Adam West.
How could you ever know with those faces?
I'll have to
Donna.
go back and check that out.
When you were in that Elvis movie, Frankie and Johnny,
Uh-huh.
you and Elvis were lovers, weren't you?
No.
Yes, had to be.
Come
No.
on. Who could resist you? And who could resist the king? It's a perfect match.
Perfect match.
I think you're trying to get romances going.
You never... Come on, there were always rumors that you and Elvis made love.
No.
Had to.
Come on, had to be.
No.
You never went on a date with Elvis?
No.
He never had you over
Hold
to the
it.
house either.
I'll settle this.
Okay.
Is it true what you're saying?
Swear on the Lord Jesus Christ. Now, you're a woman who sings gospel.
You're born again, too, I see.
Yes, I am. I'm somewhat religious. Yes, I am. And I do love Jesus as much as the next man.
Well, that's good.
Swear on the Lord Jesus Christ, you and Elvis were never lovers. Go ahead.
Yeah, I do.
You do what?
Huh?
See?
No, say, I
wasn't.
swear to the Lord Jesus
didn't go
Christ,
out.
I
We
have
didn't
never had
date.
sex with Elvis Presley.
True.
Say that. No, say it. Don't say it's true.
Hey, Gilbert, be quiet. This is my interview.
Gilbert,
Gilbert's taking over.
if I say
I'm
it,
performing an
believe it.
exorcism.
That's that idiot, Gilbert Gottfried.
You know Gilbert
He sure
Gottfried?
livened up, huh?
Yeah.
This is good interview or bad interviewer?
You never grabbed Elvis's pot passer? That was the best, the pot
Hey,
passer.
do you know what a pot passer is?
Oh, yes, I do. I got one right here.
Oh,
I want to show you my pot passer, you lovely woman.
No, but I'm just thinking, look, Mr. Drysdale is gone.
That's true.
Yeah.
That show was
Miss
jinxed.
Jane is gone.
Right.
Is Mrs. Drysdale still with us?
Granny's gone.
She's gone.
Granny's gone.
Ever see Granny naked? You did.
You two share a dressing
She's laughing.
room?
Ellie Mae,
No,
come
I
here.
never did.
Ellie Mae, look at this.
She's trying to count. Here, let her count.
Yes, all right. Who else?
They took a lot of pictures at the memorial service because because it's the three of
Yeah,
them.
well, there's
Jethro,
not much hope of a
Mac-
reunion.
And after Buddy Epson goes, it's you and Jethro.
Is Jeff Reen still with us?
Jethreen.
Maybe on occasion, I
what about-
don't know.
And what about Jethro's aunt? Aunt B.
Aunt B is
No,
gone?
she passed on early.
Yeah.
They did a spinoff and did the
Petticoat Junction.
Petticoat Junction. Remember, and she went with Petticoat Junction.
Oh, that's right.
But
She
she
spun
passed
out of
on
that.
like the first or second year of that. I think.
I wonder if Uncle Joe's still around. Is he moving
No,
kind of
he's
slow?
moving awfully slow.
Yeah,
now.
no way. He
Yeah.
had to have heart disease.
You know, who's the other one? Buck Taylor. But Deb Taylor. Didn't he used to do it? Wasn't he one of the guys on Petticoat Junction?
Yeah.
He's still living. I
Really?
know. Yes, because I saw his daughter-in-law. Ann Lockhart.
Who was you
Jim
married to?
Lockhart's daughter.
Who
We
was
did
the-
a pro celeb rodeo in
Who was the lucky guy who got to marry you? Man, oh man.
No.
Who was the lucky guy?
Who won that lottery?
And he probably married you when you were at the height of the Beverly Hillbillies fame. He's running around. I'm married to Ellie Mae. I got Ellie Mae.
No.
Was it Andy Photos?
Oh, stop.
Or Andy Photos' brother?
Of one of the photos brothers.
Yeah.
Is there a commercial coming up?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Gilbert's available.
Oh,
But seriously,
Gilbert, you are?
yeah.
I'll be
Don't
right
give
over.
Gilbert's very handsome.
He's livening up. That's good.
Yes, but you know. You mean, when did you get married? How many years ago?
Oh, good many.
Good many. So, in other words, it was when, Beverly Hills, and the guy was parading you around. Hey, I got Ellie Mae. Probably a rich guy, right?
No.
Really?
No.
You could have had any man. You don't realize. You realize when I was 8 years old, I was fantasizing about
You could have had him.
And you could have had me.
my goodness.
You could have had Howard Stern, a young Howard Stern. I used to fantasize about Anne Francis from Honey West.
Uh-huh.
That was my first woman that I ever, I laid in bed and thought about while I don't want to, say what I did.
Go ahead.
But I almost ruptured myself on the TV screen.
Oh, you're right.
And then I remember laying in the room on the Beverly Hillbillies. I used to do this with I Dream of Jeannie too. And I'd wait for like Ellie Mae scenes to come on.
Yeah.
And then I would be laying, and my parents had a TV in their bedroom if they would leave the house. I would lay in their bed and watch Ellie, and I'd wait for Ellie Mae scenes. I'd create my own cement pond. I loved Ellie Mae. I was in love with you.
They thought it was all right for you to watch that show.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved her and
It was
her
a joy
critters.
to do,
And I used to
really.
wish I was a critter.
You wish you
You
were
wish
that
you were a
monkey.
critter.
Yeah, that
because
monkey.
she'd always have that monkey wrapped all around her.
Well, that was what that was all about.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when Ellie Mae had her critter, every guy was going, "Oh man, stupid critters. Why isn't that us?"
Look at that squirrel crawling up her chest.
So how did you get that job? There must have been like tons of women who auditioned for that.
They did. They interviewed over 500 different girls.
And you got it.
I got it. Yeah, I was really thrilled. That man asked me if I could do the part, and I was so excited, you know. All I could do is shake my head yes, because I had hoped really to get a really good show.
And you still get money from that? Because they show it all over the place. You don't? What a drag.
We don't get residuals. We didn't. I think I got about 6 total, and that thing's run thousands of times.
You got a boyfriend?
To have Not right now, no.
Really?
Well, I travel a lot. I go a lot. I got so many projects.
Oh, please.
True.
And you
I
don't
mean,
have, you don't have any guys?
You got to meet the right fella.
When's the last time you had a fella?
Oh, no.
I mean,
you're
a grown
curious.
woman.
It's been a while.
If you, I'm going to put you on Dial-A-Date. What do you think of that? I'm going to get you a man.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind a little of that action.
Oh, my goodness.
I wish you were here with me right now.
Oh, you better behave yourself now, Howard.
I hate myself. I'd throw Gilbert right out of the studio. I'm not kidding. Is it true Mr. Drysdale used to dress as a woman?
Jethro did.
Jethro, that's right.
Jethro did.
That's true.
Jethro was Jethro.
So
I thought that was another actress.
Now, what
No,
happened?
he hated it. He didn't like doing that
Oh,
part.
thanks for ruining it for us, Ellie Mae. Robin had a bubble
Well, you're the
burst.
one asking about Mr. Drysdale.
Don't ruin the show for everybody. All right, let's get this straight so that we get a good plug in here now.
Okay.
The Limelight. You will be there when?
I'll be there Wednesday night.
Okay.
That'll be the 10th of April.
The 10th of April, next week.
Uh-huh.
It'll be Ellie Mae or Donna, whoever you want to say it. And you will go there, and you will be doing what at the Limelight? Just hosting a party?
Yeah, we're going to have a party, and I think I'm going to receive an award. All kind of nice things.
An Emmy?
Not quite an Emmy, I don't think.
Did you ever win an Emmy?
No, we never did. You know, the Hillbillies, they said nobody loved us but the people.
Yeah, everyone used to say, oh, the Beverly Hillbillies, that's junk and this. Meanwhile, that show's still in syndication.
Yeah, everybody still watches it. You know, people still come up to me on planes. Yeah, they still... The writing, the men that wrote the Hillbillies wrote...
Did you make enough money that you could, sort of retire after that?
No.
You still had to work?
Yeah. I'm still working.
See, nowadays, you know what I mean, but I mean, you had to work.
Oh, I would never know whether I had to work or not.
So
I've always worked.
So you're going to go to the Limelight, and you're going to receive an award, host this party.
Uh-huh. And we're going to be a lot of nice folks.
And then obviously there'll be a lot of people there, and hey, you're single, and if a nice guy comes in the club, it's a chance.
How about that?
It's a chance you would go with him, right?
But I'm sure if you had anything to do with it, there would be a lot of nice guys there.
What are you going to wear there?
Oh no, you never have to come if you want and see.
No, but I mean, you can wear a dress.
Look, you have to come.
Dress or pants outfit? Just tell me that.
No, Howard, you got to come. If you want to know, you just come over. We'll see that you can get in without a problem.
Braless?
Oh.
You're naughty.
With a lot of people having a standing ovation.
Ellie Mae never did that.
Ellie Mae went braless.
No, she didn't.
Ellie Mae went braless on 2 episodes. I know that.
Where?
Oh.
Which episodes?
The famous Cement Pond episode where Jethro and Jethrine appear. And I believe when in the Twilight Zone she actually was braless on the table they're being operated on.
Oh, Lord.
I'm just kidding, of course.
Listen.
Don't
forget Clear Poo.
You'll pack that place if you were braless. I got news for you. Who wouldn't want to see those lovelies in their own unguided state?
That was a good film, Unguided State.
Yes, thank you. So let me just say something. We're all big fans of yours.
Thank you so much.
And I'm looking forward to seeing you at the Limelight.
Oh, please come. Really would love to see you there.
I think it's going to be great. And I hope that you will have much success at the Limelight.
Yeah.
Well, listen, part of the proceeds are going to go to Clear Pool. And so we just would really hope everything turns out wonderful.
And to our young friends sitting here, let's hope that Clear Pool's money will send you to camp.
I'd like to thank the people at Clearfield.
No,
not Clear as
Oh.
No, Clear.
Clip.
Clear.
Clip.
Oh, boy.
Clip.
he needs a lot of help. So everybody come.
I'd like to thank the Beverly Hillbillies.
Well, they have a learning center there, so maybe it could help him.
Yeah,
He's
this will help
one
you.
of the graduates.
I would like to thank the Clearfield people, and the Beverly Hillbillies.
It's Beverly.
Beverly.
All right. Very good. Well, he is a young man who benefits from, of course, your hard work at the Limelight. And certainly we...
I would like to see Ellie Mae's unguided
No, you don't. You're a young boy.
Yeah.
How old are you exactly? 9, 10?
Well, yeah, but I would still enjoy the sight of Ellie Mae's unguided state.
All right.
No, I think he's a high school student, a high school senior, but he's about 25.
Yeah. Ellie Mae, he needs money quickly. Ellie Mae, explain to him what summer camp is. No idea.
Summer camp is where they can go and they have a country atmosphere. So, like,
That's
they
the
have
summer
farms
camp?
and horses and everything. Great.
They
And
got
learning
harpies and the summer camp.
Yeah.
At the summer camp. It's up in Carmel, New York.
They got camels there.
Not camels. That's not Iraq.
It's Camel, New York.
Camel. All
Carmel,
right.
New York.
Ellie Mae, it's so great to talk to you, Donna Douglas.
Thank you.
You don't have...
Now, you was with Hogan Hills, right?
No. Leroy.
Leroy.
Yeah.
Robin. Leroy.
Leroy?
Yes.
Now, you were the girl on Get Smart, right? Wasn't that you?
I'm getting there.
That's Barbara Feldon.
Oh, I saw it.
She doesn't help kids.
Yeah.
Donna, let's say you're a better person than any of us in this room.
You are a better person than Barbara
Although
Feldon.
Robin helps kids.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so is you with
Well, if
Batman?
we all
then?
do a little bit, you know.
Robin,
we all try.
Robin, you do help kids, don't you?
Sure do.
Yeah. Yeah, we all work, you know.
I'm a kid.
Fred helps no one. Fred doesn't help me. And Robin also has something in common with you besides helping children.
Uh-oh.
She has D cups. And you should see her in a bathing suit. Mama
Is that
Lucia.
right?
Oh, my God. Pontoons.
Could I have a D cup, a Dr. Pepper, and one Big Mac?
Let me say that what Donna Douglas is doing is what makes this country great.
It's commendable.
It is commendable.
Well,
And
I
age
know
of-
a lot with Special Olympics, too. That's fun. So it's really, I think that's one, really a real great joy.
You
to
should
be able
learn
to work with
something
that.
from this,
You know,
Howard.
because you do raise money for Special Olympics, I've invited some kid here who you've helped. Are you with the Special Olympics? All right, very good. All right, listen, Donna Douglas, I want to thank you so much. All right, Gilbert, enough with the jokes.
Howard,
Yes.
it sure has been nice visiting with you. Now, y'all be sure and stay tuned now. You
I
hear?
think the work you're doing is...
Wow. Do that whistle again. Wow.
Remember this?
Ooh.
That's the
Now
real
look at all the
thing.
critters coming.
Now, if you could only do that
I'm a
nude.
critter. Yeah.
All right, Gilbert.
I'm sorry.
Calm down. Everybody, the great Donna Douglas.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, we'll see you next Wednesday night at the Limelight.
All right.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Donna.
You
Bye.
bet.
Nice talking to you.
The great
Thank you.
Mac
Right.
Douglas.
Bye-bye.
Bye. You know, we'll get a letter that she hates us now.
Yeah, right. Who signed her up for this gig?
I did the best I could with them, but they were totally out of control. When we come back, we'll continue the news. Gilbert's here. I'm sure he has something
Yes,
to
because
plug.
you still have to tell me
No.
about this exorcism.
Yeah, I will finish my theory on the exorcism. And then Gilbert will exercise your breasts, Robin.
Yes.
Because there's something wrong with
One, two. One, two.
We'll be back right after this.
Weeknights.
Is this Hackensack? Hackensack Ford Mazda, Robin.
Should I leave?
Yeah, just keep
Hackensack
quiet.
Ford Mazda?
Yeah. You didn't know it was called Hackensack Ford Mazda?
No, it's just that, haven't we talked about them before today?
Oh, yeah, we have. Well, there's some big things going on there, and they obviously need to get the word out. You see, it's so frustrating to people like Hackensack Ford Mazda, people who have an honest business, who are truly offering lower prices than everyone else. It's very frustrating because it's impossible for them to sort of cut through all the crap that all the other car dealers hand you.
Is that a family business?
What?
Is that a
I don't
family
want to know any of
business?
that, Robin.
I'm just wondering,
Come on,
you
Robin,
know,
you give me
whether
a hard
they need it because they've got a lot
Can
of
you
people
keep
to
quiet
support.
when we have a sponsor on? Boy, that's so annoying.
You know,
Yes,
Gilbert, I'm trying to...
yes,
Yes. You know what we ought to do next time Gilbert comes in? Let Gilbert read the news, and you interrupt him every single time.
That's right.
See how much you like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, from Ford Mazda.
No, Gilbert, it's just hard to get through this stuff.
Yes, okay.
Hackensack Ford Mazda,
Well,
sincere
Robin
company.
would keep her mouth
No,
shut.
I was just wondering why he was taking out so much advertising.
Because he
lately.
he really truly has 800 cars in stock and needs to get rid of them.
I see.
Here's Andy Fotos to put it in his own words. Hackensack Ford Mazda's general manager.
Hey, for the best truck you ever had, call me at 201-487-6700.
Okay.
What more do you need to know?
No,
Well, what about this?
they can end the commercial right there.
Some mechanics don't even know the difference between a disc brake and a lunch brake. My service technicians are never out to lunch. They're factory trained, and they do the job right the first time.
See, Gilbert, anytime you feel bad about yourself, you play that tape. Or as Andy Photos always says.
Yes. All the other guys may talk about saving you money, but at Hackensack Ford Mazda, we just do it.
Hackensack Ford Mazda has a tremendous inventory with hundreds of cars and trucks in stock, which is good because you get your selection and then you... General Manager Andy Photos will do whatever he's got to do to make a deal at Hackensack Ford Mazda, and you know where they are. Do I need to say it? The reason they're taking out so much advertising, they're doing that $1,500 factory cashback on the... It's very private, I think. On the Mazda 626 and the MX-6.
Much more sincerity here.
Yes. I'm letting you know a little secret.
Yes.
Don't let it out. Just between you and me.
This is a little secret between him and his listeners.
320 River Street. Yeah. 320 River Street. In Hackensack. Just minutes from the GW Bridge.
I hate that GW Bridge.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
Yeah, most people do.
Well, why don't you whisper that? Very exciting to have Gilbert Gottfried here. Haven't heard from him in a while. It's always funny.
Yeah, the last time we talked to Gilbert, he was doing a press conference.
Yes.
Yeah, to nobody. You know, can I just talk to everyone in one press conference?
Yeah, can I do it in like 2 seconds and get
No one showed up.
Yeah.
All right, Robin, what else is in the news?
We were talking about the exorcism that's going to be on 2020 tonight, and I was telling you about the 16-year-old girl who is exorcised, and during the course of the exorcism and on film, all of a sudden she calms down, the voices stop, she becomes a normal little girl, kisses the cross, and goes home with her mommy. She is now returned to school, and as she is seen in the 2020 episode, she says now she is very happy. Before that, she could not go to school, she was hospitalized, and just after 6 hours with a priest chanting over her, she's able to go home and resume a normal life. Now you tell me what's going on.
I thought we were talking about Donna Douglas. Who's that?
Is that Minga? Minga, is that
Minga. Minga, is that you?
It's Godzilla.
it's Martha.
Robin, my theory on an exorcism such as this is...
My theory on an exorcism is who are these people?
Who are these people inside the body?
What, these demons go inside a person's body?
Don't these people have better things to do than go inside another girl's body? If you were a demon, would you go inside a body?
I mean, what makes a demon decide to go in someone's body?
Yeah, so what are we saying, that hell is inside this girl's body? Is hell that crowded?
If I was in hell, I'd say, hey.
So you don't believe she was possessed, and you don't believe she was cured by an exorcism?
I believe that she's a girl who has some psychological problems, who was very calmed down by seeing a man in a uniform doing the heebie-jeeb over it. It's the same thing when you see a voodoo ritual in
I'm
Haiti.
doing the heebie-jeebie on you.
And when these guys get in their robes and stuff, and people get miraculously cured, it's like all of a sudden on the evangelist who can heal someone. My headache, I never came back once he put his hands on me. It's the same concept. And I will view this 2020 tonight, and I will get back to you on it. Thank you.
Thank you.
That the priest, I'm telling you.
Just my 2 cents, but these exorcisms are a lot of bunk.
Okay.
And isn't Angie Dickinson the most beautiful woman in the world?
Hey, it might be just my opinion, but isn't Gilbert Gottfried appearing at the...
Okay. Boy, am I ever.
Where are you appearing?
Oh, it's Major Jersey. Tonight, the 5th, Comedy Cabaret, Toms River, New Jersey. Tomorrow, the 6th, Giggles and Bits, Warren, New Jersey.
Man.
On the 13th, Giggles and Bits, Edison, New Jersey.
Man.
And on the 20th, the Club Benet. I think that's Sayreville.
The big Jersey tour.
Yeah, Club Benet in Sayreville.
I don't think there's enough people in Jersey to fill all those clubs. The Turnpike Tour.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
It's just my opinion, but doesn't that sound like a Turnpike Tour? Robin, so what else is in the news?
Well, did you hear about the story of those 2 sisters who both had cancer of the ovaries?
Yeah, I proposed to him last week. I love a girl without ovaries.
It's just my 2 cents.
Yeah.
Girls without ovaries are sexier than all the girls in Sports Illustrated.
I like to catch their ovaries and their nylons when I pull them off.
But it was pretty wild because, you don't expect, that cancer sometimes can be hereditary in families, but both sisters to come down with ovarian cancer at about the same time.
I had penis cancer. So did my brother.
So I had to take the cigarette out, but
Yeah.
So anyway,
you can smoke with your penis. I just thought it was my opinion.
boy, does that hurt when I pee.
Oh,
boy.
Hey, Robin, it's my opinion, but couldn't you combine both those sisters and make one healthy woman?
No, both the ovaries are affected.
I see.
So anyway, what the doctors wanted to do was bombard them with some chemo, I suppose.
Hey, I'd like to bombard him.
My penis's name is chemo.
And of course that would knock out their immune systems and their bone marrow and all that stuff. So what they wanted to do was extract some bone marrow.
While having sex with a girl without ovaries,
Oh, no, he's emo.
It's chemo. That's chemo.
Oh, I see.
I'd like to give you some therapy. I'd like to take your ovaries out.
So anyway, they wanted to bombard them, but they need to take their bone marrow out and save it and then re-inject them with the bone marrow
my name is
after
Bone
it's
Marrow.
over. And they went to Blue Cross Blue Shield, and Blue Cross Blue Shield said, that's an experiment, and we're not going to finance that.
Yeah, they're
So-
right. Listen, they don't know that this guy. Blue Cross Blue Shield will be bankrupt from all this experimental. So these doctors will get a hold of Blue Cross Blue Shield. They'll come up with all kind of new operations for that. Of course.
These are two women fighting for their lives.
Yeah, but you don't know that it's going to, it's experimental. They can't pay for all of this.
It's experimental.
Hey,
So anyway,
who
now...
are all these people getting this surgery?
They were in the news crying about how, one woman has an 11-year-old son or something, and, she'd like to see him grow up. And
Right.
this other woman who's another sister comes along and says, I'm going to be terribly deprived. Both my sisters are dying of cancer.
No.
Doctors say they won't live a year without some therapy.
You mean to tell me these doctors can't just chip in for free and do it? Come on. Oh, yeah. You mean so the doctors? I love these hospitals. Well, Blue Cross Blue Shield as demons, they won't pay for it. So hey, what about doing a charitable act for somebody and giving them a free operation? Oh no, then that means everyone will want free operations. Well, that's Blue Cross Blue Shield's argument, you jerks. Why don't they do the Turnpike tour with Gilbert?
Well, Blue Cross... Wait a minute. Oh, geez.
Right,
Blue Cross Blue Shield has come up with a compromise.
right.
They will allow the sisters to have the operations,
Yes.
but then they'll go to court and try to get every penny back. They'll pay the $200,000, but then they're going to go to court and try to get every penny back from these two women. Now, what are the two women saying? Well, then they'll bankrupt me.
Oh, so they'd rather be dead than be bankrupt.
I was sitting here reading this article. I said, this is the most hysterical thing I've ever seen.
What is wrong with them going to court afterwards? Let the court decide. And then if it's $200,000, let them take out a mortgage like you do on a house, and that's the end of it. Take out a loan somewhere. Go to the money store.
What's the
The
sense
one
in having
woman says,
ovaries?
look.
You don't have money to enjoy it with.
That's right.
If I recover, Blue Cross and Blue Shield will bankrupt me.
I'd first go get the operation and then worry about being bankrupted.
The other one says they have a club over my head. If I go back to work, they'll garnish my salary. I won't be able to make my rent.
Excuse
then
me.
what's the use of living?
Excuse me. Blue Cross, are saying they're not going to do any of these things. They are saying we'll go to court over it. We will find out what a judge thinks. You got to understand something. These operations could be done for free by these doctors. And the hospital could donate, what do they got to have? Some ether?
Either.
Or whatever they use to knock you out with? I mean, I'm not a medical man. I don't know. But you know what that is? They don't want to take up the beds with these freebies, and then they're afraid everyone else will want freebies. And this is Blue Cross Blue Shield's problem.
Well, I figure if you do want to experiment, somebody ought to kick in something for free.
There are some things, Robin, that are, quite frankly, between you and me. I don't mean to give anybody hope, lose their hope here, but some things are not curable. Some things are hopeless.
Well,
I'm still trying to get laid.
that is
See, there are
hopeless.
just certain things. An exorcism, a doctor, it doesn't matter.
I mean, I feel bad. I know if I was dying of something, I would say, okay, Blue Cross Blue Shield, you're willing to be nice enough to pay for it? Okay, and then I'll go to court with you afterwards, and we'll decide. If I'm wrong, if I'm out of line.
Yeah, I figure if I'm still here, I'll figure out some way to pay you back.
Right.
I can't ante up $200,000 right now in order to
Right.
save my life. I think Blue Cross and Blue Shield is being very fair.
I mean, nobody's got $200,000 in savings, so they'll
But for them to start carping now that, oh, you'll bankrupt me, when I wake up, I'll have all these financial woes.
So, in other words, she'll feel good, but she'll be broke.
Yeah, there's
Right.
good news, bad news.
Yeah.
So they'll have ovaries, but they can't go to Hawaii afterwards.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, they won't be able to vacation.
So, hey.
Meanwhile, Mrs. David Letterman has turned up. She's in Colorado. You know, she left the hospital the other day, so everybody was worried she'd be headed right for Dave's house.
Now she's going to Seinfeld's house.
Hey,
aren't you
what's
Mrs.
this
David
woman doing in my pool?
Hello, Dave. Your wife is over here, and, hey, I said to her I don't want to have her.
So anyway, apparently the Colorado officials who sought her out and found out where she was are convinced that that phase of her life is over, that David Letterman phase.
Now she's a Gilbert fan. Mrs. Gilbert Gottfried.
They don't say what phase.
See, but I won't let her go. That's the bad part.
Let her go to Gilbert's apartment. He wants her.
Yeah.
She has returned to Crawford, California.
She'd be calling the police trying to get out.
They're now not calling her leaving the hospital an escape because she was a voluntary patient. And they say it doesn't look like she's going to be bothering David Letterman anymore.
Yes, Mrs. David Letterman, hello? This is Gilbert. I want to send you a map to my house.
Yes.
Gilbert sends her maps, road maps.
You know, you wonder if Dave will miss her.
Tie balloons to his mailbox, make sure she doesn't miss it. Here's where the party is, Mrs. Letterman.
This has been an exciting chapter in his life as well.
Oh.
Will he miss that kind of attention?
It'll be like those signs that led to the World's Fair.
Are you kidding? Dave almost achieved a 4-share the other night over that.
He wants to reconcile.
Right.
There's a new Kitty Kelly book coming out on
Fred Norris.
Nancy Reagan.
I know. Now, hey, what do you make of this?
And it says that the president forced this woman to have sex with him.
Not Mrs. Reagan.
No, he never had to force her. But Celine Walters,
Where is she?
she says that when she was a young starlet in Hollywood,
Yeah.
she met the president. He wasn't the president then, but he was out on the town at Slapsy Maxie's one night.
I was at Slapsy Maxie's looking for some gashish.
That's exactly right.
Looking for some kloogie.
Looking for some kloogie. And,
Some black clues.
well, yeah.
Looking for some black kloogie.
And, I was in the club, and I ran into Gilbert's mother. And, she's a very attractive woman. Mrs. Gottfried, I said, would you step over there and lay on the couch?
And apparently he got a good look at old Celine Walters, followed her back to her apartment,
Gotta look at that hot minga.
knocked on her door, and because he was the president of the Screen Actors Guild at the time, she let him in.
Well, I'm the president, aren't I?
She says it was a reluctant move, but she did it anyway because she was a young starlet and he was a famous actor, so she let him into the house.
Well, I chased her in a T-shirt. I had no underpants on at the time, much
And
like
she
my
says
Ted
that
Kennedy friend.
They wound up wrestling on the couch, much like Donna Douglas and old Jethro used to do back on the set of the
That I
Beverly
believe is
Hills.
wrestling.
Razzling.
You see, my penis needed air.
And she says, unfortunately, it was a fight she lost.
Yeah, I was a happy boy.
It was absolutely against her will, she says, but
Well.
hey, it was all over in 2 minutes.
Oh. How'd he last so long? Well, You know, that night I humped Bonzo. Bonzo.
Bozo, I didn't even know you knew.
Larry Harmon's a good leg. No, not Bozo. Bonzo. Mr. President. Hey there, Bonzo. Yes, well, yes.
Oh, dear. But I think...
Better than Nancy, that hairy back.
But I think if this
Then
is
I had
true,
sex with Howdy Doody.
Oh, dear. But I think if this is true, the president was responsible for date rape.
Yes. And back then, they didn't call it date rape.
Yeah, but nonetheless, forcing a woman to have sex, Mr. President.
Well, that's...
And this was just before you married Nancy Davis.
I got circus boy nude once.
You were up to all kinds of shenanigans.
Yeah, well, I didn't... Circus boy, it's the president of the guild. Hello? Is it circus boy? So, hey. Hey, how you doing? Whoa. Look at my gishish.
So anyway,
I had sex with the puppets and Speed Racer.
Kitty will be coming out with that new book soon, but Gary Trudeau apparently got a hold of it and will be making a little bit of fun of it in Doonesbury.
I like
over
his
the next couple of
cartoon, Dingleberry. Look at this, a nude elephant in my pants. Hey, circus boy.
Oh, dear. So
It's
say
the
what you
president of the
will.
guild.
Say what you will
Yes.
about the tabloids, Howard.
Yeah.
But they certainly called the Deborah Norville story, didn't
Yes.
they? Several months ago, right after
Hello,
Deborah.
Deborah.
Why can't I say Deborah?
I
today?
understand you need work.
Deborah took her maternity leave. The tabloid said, yes, she's taking a maternity leave, but don't expect her to return to NBC.
The baby could have my name.
She will announce that she wants to take some time off to spend with her child, and she will be replaced by her replacement.
Fred Norris.
On the Today Show. And that's exactly what happened yesterday. They announced that Deborah Norville is taking a year off to review her career and spend time with her child.
Very good, Robin.
So it seems that they called another one fairly. And just let me make a...
Let me make this perfectly clear.
No.
I did not rape anybody. Can barely get it up.
I just want to plug.
Is that Sherry Lewis at the door?
Hi, Sherry. Where's Lamb Chop?
Did you see Lamb Chop and Sherry at the Easter egg roll on Monday?
Yeah. Well, yes.
Well, yes, I did.
Lamb Chop.
They were there, right on the grounds of the White House.
Yeah, Lamb Chop was fisting.
Stop it. I just want to say that Defending Your Life by Albert Brooks will be coming to a theater near you soon.
I hear it's good.
Pia Lindstrom reviewed it yesterday and said it was flat and she didn't find it funny.
Well, Pia Lindstrom is flat. Hey, Pia, what's that in your chest? Hey, Sherry, put that puppet on and reach into my lap.
And I just like to say I've seen it
I'm
and
a good
I
friend
enjoyed
of
it
Ingrid
immensely.
Bergman.
You saw it and you loved it, right?
Yeah, it's a great
Pia
film.
Lindstrom called me the disgusting Gilbert Gottfried.
Well.
See, so how much
I mean,
did
it's
she
not
know?
like
How much does she know?
clairvoyant.
All right, we're going to take a break
Wait
now.
a minute. Let me just have Albert Brooks tell you why he decided to do this movie and create Judgment City just the way he did.
I don't believe that there is a one being that's going to sit me down and tell me that I screwed up and make me into a toad. I don't believe that.
That's why he did it the way he did it. And it's called Defending Your Life. He stars in it with Meryl Streep. So go see it.
Never raped her. All right, we'll be back right after these words. Is that what's happening?
That's what's happening
That's what's happening here. We'll be back right after these words, you guys.
For
Gilbert
Metro
Gottfried.
Media, Stanley Bing.
Hey, thank you. Jackie, we're all fascinated by your itinerary, but I have to break that up.
I had to travel over the bridge.
Jersey's very big.
It's a big place. First of all, and then I got stuck on the highway.
Jackie was giving all of us his working Jersey stories.
Someone stop! Does anyone have jumper cables?
Oh, dear.
Let's call Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah.
First, let me give you my turnpike tour.
Oh, yeah, right. Here's Gilbert Gottfried's itinerary.
Well, why don't you dial while he's...
I can't do that, Robin.
Oh,
Tonight, the 5th, Comedy Cabaret, Tom's River, New Jersey. The 6th,
And stop that
Giggles
phony
and Bits,
laugh during it.
Warren, New Jersey.
Nothing funny about it.
And on the 13th, Giggles and Bits, Edison, New Jersey. And on... Thank you. And on the 20th, Club Benet in Sayreville.
All right, thank you, Gilbert. All right. Calling Jerry Seinfeld. Oh, I think I dialed the wrong number, man.
I think you have a certain form of dyslexia.
I
that
do.
Has to do with the phone.
Well, it's just hard when you're on the air and you got to work all these buttons. And...
I'll call you right back. Thanks.
I'll call you right back. Thanks.
Hey, Jerry, it's Howard Stern. You're supposed to be on the air with us.
I mean, hey. Certain things like this are just not right. You say... what type of a person are you that you say you're going to be on the air, and then you're not? Who are these people?
We have Jerry Seinfeld Jr. here, just because you're not here. Jerry Seinfeld Jr.
Well, it happened years ago. You see, my father was used to travel, and he would have sex with these waitresses.
Right.
Now, one of them he had sex with, and then he left.
I see.
Now, she got pregnant, and he left town, and then I was born.
So you flew in from Los Angeles, is that right?
That's true.
How are those airplanes?
These airplanes are crazy. First of all, they give you those peanuts. Who wants those peanuts? I want to know, how do you open those little packets of peanuts on a plane? And why do stewardesses give you those pillows? Those are not comfortable.
You know what's happening, Jerry? You're getting too big for your britches. You make appointments to talk to us. Now you got the television showing you right after Cheers.
Yeah, what? Were the ratings so good? You can ignore this phone call?
We were there for you when, things weren't all that great. Leno was doing the Tonight Show. Your show was just a summer special.
Can I interject a funny Leno story?
Yeah, go ahead.
One time, I was sitting with Jay, who's my best friend, Jay.
Yeah, your best friend.
Jay's wife, Mavis,
yeah.
Old Black Mavis.
Yes, go ahead.
Jay's wife, Old Black Mavis, came in.
Yes.
And she said, yo, Jay, but she's Old Black Mavis.
Yes.
She said about some comic who actually was taking time off.
Right.
From doing a club.
Right.
Well, I've never heard something so funny in my life. Me and Jay thought we'd never be able to catch our breath after that.
In other words, you can't understand why comics would take a vacation.
They took a vacation. Howard, are you listening to me? This is a comic. He took a vacation.
All right,
He was going to Europe when he could have worked the club.
He could have been doing giggles.
Yeah.
And instead...
Who would want to take a vacation from something so great as stand-up comedy?
He went off to some place like Florence or some other godforsaken place.
So you and Jay sit around just laughing at other comics because they actually go someplace.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, right. Interesting. So, Jerry, you got to sometimes think about people who helped you.
Who were there for you.
Yeah, I was there for you when, even Reed just said we're sick of you and you had a gig coming up and you knew I could help you pack the place. And I'm sure if Jerry Seinfeld Jr. got big, you wouldn't stop doing the show, would you?
See, I wouldn't, because I know what it's like when your father walks out on you. My mother was never quite the same. And she used to say, hey, when I got slapped on my ass when I was born, the first thing I said was, hey, why?
You're not like Jerry Seinfeld Sr. because you used the word ass.
Yeah. When you see, I'll tell you something.
You work dirty.
And you know something else? Why I'm not like my father?
Why?
I don't like Roseanne Barr.
Oh, he likes Roseanne Barr.
Yeah, he loves Roseanne Barr. I used to one time I tracked him down and I said, hey, Dad, I don't like Roseanne Barr. He slammed the door in my face.
Oh, really?
And then he screamed from outside the window. He said, it's very easy to pick on Roseanne.
You realize we're doing a radio show now for Jerry on his answering machine?
And he doesn't have a limit. That's what I realized.
He has no limit on his machine. We could go for hours.
We could talk up his entire message tape.
Right now,
you might have to schedule a new flight.
Right now, Jay Leno's trying to call.
Yeah, right. Hey, what's going on here?
I don't understand it.
What is going on?
He's never... One time we even laughed about the fact, why do people talk on the phone when they could be doing a club or something?
All right, Jerry. You're probably sleeping there with some Hollywood babe.
But in conclusion, let us
Well,
say...
you could understand that. You could forgive him for that.
So peanuts on airlines bother you?
Peanuts bother me.
What else bothers you? What bugs you?
And how about these transistor radios?
Transistor radios.
They don't sound good.
Who's buying these things?
Hey, who invented the comb? Did someone say, I want a piece of plastic with sticks in it to put in my hair? I mean, come on. Who are these people?
I expect Jerry to pick up the phone any minute and go, hey, would you get okay already, all right? I'm trying to sleep here.
So, hey,
I got important phone calls coming in. Larry David is trying to call in with 10 script ideas, and we're breaking balls.
All right, Jerry. You missed your window of opportunity.
Wait a second. I don't like the idea that you're saying I sleep. Because one time me and Jay laughed about the fact that people actually sleep when they could be working a club.
I understand that. You and Mavis and Jay.
Old Black Mavis.
I see. Can you do me a favor, Jerry Seinfeld Jr.? Explain to me toll booths.
I don't understand toll booths. What, does somebody want to stay in a little room and take change from strangers on an highway? I mean, are you telling me that somebody back in school said, I want to be a fireman, I want to be a policeman, I want to work in a toll booth, I want to sit in a little box out in the middle of the highway, breathing in car fumes and taking quarters from people who are going back and forth from Jersey. This makes no sense.
So true, Jerry Seinfeld Jr.
I mean, hey.
You're just like your father.
Yeah.
To him, that's a topic.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Everything is a topic for you, isn't it? Like if I just say door.
Door. Who invented the door? Why can't people just walk in and out of a room? Why does a door have to get in the way? You're just going to open the door anyway. So why put a door there?
I mean, it's amazing. You're just like your father.
Just go. Give me any topic.
Dogs and cats.
Dogs and cats. Exactly. They look so much alike. Why don't they make the same animal? Why do you got to have one dog and one cat? You just make one animal. That's a combination of the two of them.
I see.
Just give me another topic.
All right. Okay, radio.
Radio. Now look, who invented the radio?
Yeah.
I mean, when you have TV sets, you can look at the person and hear him.
That's right.
Here you're hearing him say, I don't know what this person looks like. This person might not even be a head.
Wow, you are amazing.
Yes,
you
go
really
ahead.
are amazing.
How about people who are amazed by things?
All right, amazing people. People who are amazing.
Anything you say can become a topic.
Advertising.
Advertising. Hey, sometimes they advertise products and are not telling the truth about them.
Right. What about the commercials you see? Any of those commercials strike you funny?
They burn me up.
They do burn you up. They burn you up.
To borrow a phrase from my pal Len, they burn me up.
They do. And what commercials make you especially mad? Like, have you seen one that really bothers you?
Well, hey, how about this Clapper commercial?
The what commercial?
The Clapper commercial.
Clapper. That drives you crazy.
Somebody claps their hand, and that turns a line on and off?
Right.
This makes no sense.
Why doesn't that make any sense?
Why doesn't the person just get up from the bed and turn the lamp off?
There you go.
Why are they sitting in the bed applauding?
Right. I don't understand it. All right, Jerry, we're going
Why
to...
do people lie in beds? They have to climb onto the bed. By then, it makes them more tired.
That's right.
Or they could just lie on the floor.
It's amazing how everything... You have such a comic genius mind that any...
Who are these geniuses?
And you know what's great about you? Some people have to strain for an idea. You just take anything. Do me a favor.
Yes.
Explain rugs.
Rugs. I don't understand rugs. You could stand on a flat surface and stand perfectly normal, but you're on a rug and you're moving around on it.
Yeah.
And it gets dirty. Now you can clean a floor with a mop.
Right.
You can't clean a rug with a mop.
Right, so a rug there's no purpose for a rug.
And then you got to buy a vacuum once you have a rug.
Right.
So I think that the vacuum people got together and said, let's make rugs.
Right. I see what you're saying. You think it's a conspiracy.
I think they had a bunch of vacuums, and they said, no one's going to use this on their floor when they could use a broom.
All right, quickly now. Donahue.
Donahue. What kind of guy is this Donahue?
Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers. Hey, is she short and skinny or what?
Cotton candy.
Cotton candy. Now, it's not hard, it's not soft.
Right, okay, very good. All right, Jerry Seinfeld Jr. following in his father's footsteps. All right, Jerry, thanks for being a part of the fun.
Please.
And once you get an answering machine that has a beep at the end of it.
Man, we're still on his answering machine.
Yeah, we're still on his answering machine.
Oh, my goodness.
I wish we could recall this phone call.
Send
I
some
wanna
money
hear
home
this.
to mom.
What about those sex phones?
How about these sex phones? I don't want to have sex with a phone.
Right.
Let me get my
There you
phone
go.
all dirty.
Very good, Jerry Seinfeld Jr. So, Jerry, if we can have you, we have Jerry Seinfeld Jr.
Yeah, we're going to have one of you on.
What about these people who have sons?
It's hard to hang up unless you have, like, the beep.
Right, when they cut you off, it's okay.
How about these answering services that have the beep on them?
Yeah.
Is
I
that
don't
annoying
like
or
to
what?
hang up on people.
Jerry Seinfeld Jr., before
Yeah.
we have to go, explain
Yeah.
one thing to me. How can a comic have 8 gigs in 1 week in Jersey? I mean, how can he possibly sell?
Where will you be staying? You must be staying in
Jerry
Jersey.
Seinfeld Jr., where will you be working this week?
Okay, I'll be opening for Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah, and where will Gilbert and you be?
Well, gee, I think I might just have Gilbert Gottfried's itinerary.
Go ahead.
Right here.
So, hey, tell us how you can do 8 gigs in 1 week.
Okay. Tonight, that's the 5th Comedy Cabaret, Toms River, New Jersey.
Okay.
Gilbert Gottfried. And then Gilbert Gottfried will be on the 6th, Giggles and Bits, Warren, New Jersey.
You know, those comedy clubs have to burn you up with all those names. Giggles
they
and
burn
Bits.
me up.
Yeah.
Giggles and Bits, ha-ha, hee-hee.
Right.
And then on the 13th, Giggles and Bits, Edison, New Jersey. And on the 20th, the Club Benet, where you
Right.
can order 2 meals.
2 meals. So
Two meals at the
now,
Club
doesn't
Bene,
it burn you up
quiet.
when you go to a club and people are eating while you're doing your act?
This really bothers me because I hear crunching sounds in the audience. What are these people eating?
Oh, this is great. This is great that it's on Jerry's machine.
How long do you think this is going to go?
I can't stop.
But I'm wondering how much tape there is.
Oh, we could actually find out. I bet you it's a 60-minute cassette with 30 minutes on each side.
Man. Just wait till he gets this message.
I know. I want to be there when he gets it.
calls in for this.
Yeah. Yeah, call in for it. Silent farts.
Silent farts. I mean, if you're going to fart, people are going to smell it. They're going to know you farted. You might as well make noise. You know, it's not like no one's going to know you farted.
Right.
Everyone's going to smell it.
Unless you might as well have some fun making it. Okay, very
Announce
good. Yeah, very good.
Let's say your nose is stuffed up and you
Right.
can't smell it. You have to have something to listen to.
White people's hair versus black people's hair.
Hey, who are these black people with that kinky hair of theirs?
Right, see what I mean? Any topic,
They
Robin.
can't comb it. They can't brush it in front of their face.
Right.
This is why the Beatles could never be black.
I see. Very good. Wait, you are just like your father.
Amazing. And these things just come to you.
They
Right.
just come to me.
Jews.
Jews. Hey, how about those Jews with their money?
With their money, right. Okay, all right. Even you run out of material, don't you? Jerry
Yes,
Seinfeld
some
Jr.
do.
How about these Jews? I always...
Ooh, we ran out.
We did it.
That was it. We did it. We went all the way to the end.
Oh, that's funny.
What does anybody think that maybe...
Wait
we
a minute.
picked-
Let's call back just to make sure it's all done.
All right. You prankster. You need a vacation, too. It had to run out.
You couldn't have like a 20-minute limit.
It was 20 minutes. Yeah, it ran out.
I just want to make sure there's not like a smidge of tape left.
Hey, I'll call you back. I like the message, too.
I'll call you back.
I'll call you right back.
I'll call you right back. Thanks.
You're kidding. Anyway.
What about those Jews?
What kind of limit is
They
that?
wear those beanies on their heads, and they have money. I wrote that. Actually, Jay wrote that.
You know what I envision? We'll fill up his whole answering machine. Then De Niro will try and call. After we fill it all up, it'll be full. And Jerry will miss out on a primo role.
Wow.
The first movie role ever.
Right. Coppola's trying to call right
I
now.
just want to make a couple of points. Donahue.
Yes, because we won't be with you for a while. We've got to get these out now.
Yeah.
While you're still thinking.
Donahue. Hey, this is Donahue. Let me just say something, if you don't mind, Jerry Seinfeld Jr. This Donahue
Go ahead, talk to my dad.
does a show on plastic surgery, and he's showing pictures of naked breasts, buttocks,
tape.
with no tape, nipples and everything, but under the guise that he's doing a public service, showing.
Why do women have nipples and everything?
You know, when Jerry Seinfeld Jr. makes you the brunt of his humor, it's very cutting.
Yes.
You don't realize how
Vicious.
biting. It's vicious. They're just showing nipples and everything, okay? Cleavage. And it's just that if I go on TV and I show a stupid picture of me having sex with a horse, everybody gets on my ass.
You got to block it out.
No, if I ever show a picture of a woman's breast, but when I have a woman on with her breast, she just, she's dancing around. In other words, if you can come up with some kind of scam where you can say to people, oh, this is about plastic surgery, they're showing women's breasts, and one of those breasts was very ample.
It has to be a before and after, and then you could get away with it.
Yeah, before and after. So what I would like to do on my next TV appearance is show you pictures of women who have had plastic surgery.
Fine, because I remember when we tried to play the Madonna appearance on MTV,
Right.
the MTV Awards.
Yes.
They made us block out.
Her nipple.
She didn't have any nipples showing.
Yeah, what did they make us block out? Do you remember?
Cleavage.
Yeah.
Hey, we had a before and after girl. Remember the girl came in here before and then came in after?
Yeah.
After what?
That's right. Remember
went
the
to the
girl
ladies'
before and
room.
after plastic
Oh,
surgery, and
that's
she was real, and we
right.
made her a spokesmodel?
That's right. She got breast implants.
Why didn't we have her pull off her top?
What's up?
No, do you understand, Jerry Seinfeld Jr., what I'm talking about? Isn't that hypocrisy? What about hypocrisy?
I mean, hey, how about these hypocritical people? Hypocritical. I'm sorry, sometimes
things that
I
aren't
start
good,
falling into a Bing Crosby.
Let me just say this, too. I was watching Joan Rivers. Very good thing.
Bum,
Bum, bum, boom. A boom, boom,
How
boom.
about you say bip, 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 bip?
A boom,
Yes,
boom, boom.
Joan Rivers.
How about the hip, hip, pow?
I was watching Joan Rivers yesterday,
Yes.
okay? And we're still on Jerry's machine, by the way.
I want him to know this. I've never heard of a 20-minute limit on an answering machine.
Yeah, I think he picked up and made it, because you can do that. If you pick up your answering machine, it'll go beep, and then you
Oh,
hang it
you
up.
think so?
Yeah. I think he's listening.
Well, you'd think he'd do it again quickly.
So, hey. now he's sitting there timing 20 minutes out.
How long can they go on?
So, because the machine has them. Right.
Where does anyone have to be in 20 minutes? I mean, come on.
Anyway, so I'm watching Joan Rivers.
Yeah.
And she says, coming up on my show next week, Howard Stern. You know, she went through the list, so I'm one of the people. I guess she's running a rerun next week.
Right. She's been in reruns this week as well.
Ironically, will be in reruns as well. And Joan, at the end of her show, says, join me on Monday for, kickbox expert Jean-Claude Van Damme and the Harlem Boys Choir, and then didn't mention my name.
Yeah, but you weren't on that show.
I am on that show. That's my show, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
That's how it was taped. But remember, they
that's
put
right.
you in another show.
You're oh, my goodness. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry very much.
See, I think that's
Jerry
very
Seinfeld
rude.
Jr.
How could you do that in front of a famous comedian?
I can't believe I belched.
Yes. And why do people belch? What, you mean they wanted to fart, but they didn't have the energy?
Anyway, okay, Jerry, we're hanging up on you.
So
okay?
anyway, you will be on the Joan Rivers show sometime next week because she did promo you
Right.
all this week.
You're right. Okay, so
You know, Dad, I'm going to be with Gilbert Gottfried on the Turnpike tour.
Yeah.
Maybe you could stop in.
Your father has never seen you perform?
He's never seen me perform. He told me, don't work with Gilbert Gottfried.
Do you watch his TV show just to get a glimpse of your dad?
I watch it just to see the similarities between me and my pop.
What was Jerry's report card on ratings following Cheers? Did he hold the audience?
They haven't come out yet.
Well, we'll be calling you back with those, Jerry.
But he told Al Roker earlier this week that no matter where they put him, he gets ratings.
I get ratings.
I get ratings.
People love me.
Because people like good comedy. I don't care about what the topic is. People like good comedy. As long as you're not picking on Roseanne Barr.
Isn't it true
Yeah.
that you are? I saw you on Live at. I saw your father on Live at 5.
Yes.
And he was saying that he didn't want to do the same insipid.
Wasn't it
Sitcom.
changing comedy dialogue?
Yeah, aren't you? Isn't your dad changing comedy dialogue?
And I'll tell you something. I have to stand up for him here.
Yeah.
He is doing something different. He does a show about a character who gets into funny situations
Yeah.
and has funny next-door neighbors.
Right.
Which has not been done before. He has a
It is
girl
new. It is
who he
new.
may or may not have sex with on one episode. We're not sure.
Right.
Which has never been done before.
Right.
He has a crazy character who he's best friends with.
Right.
You know, this is all... And he's got a crazy character who gets him into trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, Jerry, we have to go, and I just thought you'd want to hear from your son, Jerry Seinfeld Jr. All right?
Pop! You got a show, send money.
All right.
Enough already.
Enough with Jerry Seinfeld. Well, it is 10:22. I received a letter today. Excuse me, a fax, Robin. Seems crucified by the FCC. This is my last plug before we go on vacation. And by the way, Gary, why don't you come in and run down some of the bits that'll be playing next week on the show?
And then Tuesday, and then Wednesday, and then on the Thursday show, it's a combination of... And then on the Friday, we have 3 shows in one. It's a regular...
Gary, why don't you come in here? Gary, come on in and tell us. That's
Yeah, boss.
Gary Delabate Jr. Gary Delabate Jr.?
I don't know about Bird Jr. See, Gary, how's my girl, my boss? I was born. I don't, during Kentucky wasn't even normal sex. He did.
Anyway, I received a fax. This is a very serious topic.
Okay.
It says, Howard, I received your tapes crucified by the FCC. Obviously, this person ordered the tape, not the CD. And by the way, if you ordered, you don't have to get nervous. They're coming. They're being shipped, and they will be to you soon. Howard, I received your tapes. They are the best. Classic bits, phony phone calls, interviews. You didn't miss a trick. It's Stern at his best. So, hey. The booklet is great reading. The box is like a trophy for your shelf. See, Robin, you pointed that out to me.
Yes.
But it sounds stupid when we say it. At least the listeners
I
now
know.
are
They
getting
expect me to rave about this and say how wonderful and beautiful it is.
Right.
Even though it is.
At $29.95, it's a bargain. With the amount of stuff on the tapes, it comes to pennies a laugh.
Pennies a laugh.
It's nonstop.
That was my mom's name, Pennies,
Pennies
a laugh.
If you're a fan of the show and you don't buy this, you're frigging nuts.
Frigging.
Signed, Neil Drake. Thank you, Neil. No, signed E.L. Whoever E.L.
You know, you can't say friggin' on TV.
Can't say effing, so
Yeah.
I'm using friggin'.
You can only say freaking.
This guy says effing, but...
Yeah. On TV, you can only say freaking.
Really?
Yeah.
You know that for a fact?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
He did a
Yeah.
Superboy episode, so he knows everything about
Dr.
TV.
Gottfried says.
See, I worked with Superboy.
How is he?
First of all, this makes no sense. They shoot him, and he doesn't die.
Do you ever, like, go to a club and just do your whole act as someone else?
Hey.
No, I mean, Gilbert. Do you?
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't know who you're talking to.
I don't know who I'm talking to. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to break character.
Is Gilbert in there? Yes.
All of a sudden, you're reminding me of the Joan Rivers show yesterday, where she had to call the personality she wanted to talk to.
Oh, can I talk to Gilbert? Oh,
I'm Richard Harris.
can I talk to Gilbert Gottfried in there? Oh.
Yes, Gilbert, do you do your act?
yes,
There's
I've
a
done it.
question on the table.
So anyway, Gary is not coming in and
No.
telling us what...
Gary's already on vacation.
Gary is out to lunch.
He left already.
I know someone is listening, one of my interns. Can't you get Gary and tell him to come in and give the rundown?
No.
I feel like if Gary was having lunch, if you tried to go near a sandwich, it would be like...
I just want Gary to come in and have Gilbert do that thing to him.
I know.
Just like bite his hand.
Mike, where's Gary?
I have no
I
idea.
told you, he already
Hi, I'm Michael Jackson. I don't know where Gary is. Is
Okay.
there anything at all?
John, where is he?
I've been paging.
Talking to that microphone, not Gilbert.
I've been paging him ever since you first asked for him. I've been paging him on the speaker.
Oh, really?
I don't know where he is.
All right.
All right, I guess we have to end the show without a rundown.
Robin, do you know what else is going on? Anything you
No,
want
I
to
don't
recap?
know
You don't
anything else.
dare.
No, actually, I just wanted to tell you as a quick update, the Brooklyn kid who threw her baby in the trash compactor, the 12-year-old girl who it turns out was being raped repeatedly.
Hey, that rape.
Hey, how about that?
by
Why don't they just take the girl out on a date, for God's sake?
by her live-in cousin.
Take her to a movie and a show.
All right, now let us get... After you're fun, wait a second, let me explain the Gilbert. You just did something extremely funny.
Okay.
Now let Robin go on with a couple more
all right.
details, then you break in. All right, not the next word.
Yesterday, the city's attorneys and the Brooklyn district attorney, they
Yeah.
must have heard us, Howard, because we did say the girl was a victim. She was not guilty of something. She was a victim in this whole sordid mess because her cousin, the very next day after the baby was found, tried to jump off the roof of the apartment building, and that's how they found out he was the father of the baby. Well, anyway, they've decided not to charge the girl with anything.
You know what gets me, man? The DA listens to this show and gets ideas and doesn't credit us.
Why don't they call it the DA? Why don't they just call it duh?
So from what I understand, the baby's in stable condition.
Oh, hey.
Hey, why did they put staples in the baby?
And she basically threw the baby down the trash compactor to conceal the birth. She,
They didn't throw him. He was just stapled to the trash compactor.
denied the pregnancy during her entire gestation, and then when the baby was born, she just threw it in the trash because she really didn't want to acknowledge the whole thing.
I'm here giving Gilbert hand signals, like when he can talk.
I'm
like-
orchestrating over
I'm like
there.
looking at his hands. He's like...
The baby's father, meanwhile, has been indicted on second-degree rape and sexual abuse charges. So there. And I think he's under a suicide watch.
Maybe the baby's father watched Superboy and thought he could fly. And then he went to the top of the building and tried to kill himself. That's why I'm against Superboy.
Okay.
Superman is something else.
Also, Emo has a special coming on.
My father.
On Showtime.
Yours.
How to remember Emo.
I like the rain.
It's Emo in England. Apparently he's big over there.
Emo goes to England. I'm a celebrity over there. I cut my own hair.
And don't forget Tom Arnold. tonight
He's a genius.
on HBO.
Boy, did he get a thrashing by the reviewers.
The Naked Truth.
And tomorrow night, USA Up All Night.
How am I going to
Might as
remember to
well
watch
throw
that
that in.
Tom Arnold show, Robin?
Gilbert Gottfried, USA Up All
What did
Night.
you say? I can't hear you.
I know, but I don't know.
Over
Gilbert, for some reason, is so much louder on his microphone than me and you.
Oh, hi, Howard. Howard, I heard you call me before.
I said, how am I going to remember to watch the Tom Arnold show tonight?
What I suggest is you call home or have Gary call you and put a message on your answering machine.
Gary, if I miss the Tom Arnold show tonight, you're fired. How's that, Robin?
Very good.
Now, Gary, what is it that you want to tell us? What is going to be on the show next week?
Okay, to begin with, and then on a Tuesday night, yes, 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 yes.
Go ahead, Gary. Gilbert, let him talk a little bit.
Let me talk a little bit.
No, go ahead.
So hard.
Come on, go ahead. What's going to be
Okay, starting on Monday, we're going to be doing... Remember the time that Meg got mad about Sam Kinison, and she was saying, it's vile in here, it stinks in here?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, all I can hear is Gilbert's impression.
The FMEs are going to be broadcast next week.
Emmys. Forget it. We'll just tune in.
Phone call from Little Richard. Phone call from Rodney Dangerfield. Becky the mental patient is going to review Back to the Future 2.
Right.
Then Becky the mental patient and Lisa Slee will get into a debate.
They're fighting over a piece of meat these days.
Stutter and John interviews Paul McCartney. Dickie Goodman tribute. Jerry Seinfeld. Joe Frazier will be here.
Jerry Seinfeld will be on?
Yeah. Oh, boy.
The real Jerry Seinfeld?
Yeah, boy.
So, hey.
That's a good show. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. What a good show. Oh, boy.
And you're going to rerun those 3 bits?
As the barbecue turns.
As the barbecue turns.
The barbecue comes.
I haven't heard those in a while.
Oh, the barbecue.
All right. Robin, it's time to officially begin.
Yes, begin what?
Begin our vacation for a week. And Gilbert Gottfried, give me your plugs. I'll do them.
Gilbert Gottfried, USA Up All Night.
That's your cable show on Channel 17. No, it's on all different channels.
USA Up All Night.
On the 5th of...
Saturday night, USA Up All Night.
What is this? This is April 5th.
That's today.
Oh, okay. Tonight, Comedy Cabaret. Why did I think it was later in April? Comedy Cabaret, Toms River, New Jersey.
Toms River, New Jersey, Comedy Cabaret.
April 6th, which is tomorrow night, Giggles and Bits, Warren, New Jersey, the great Gilbert Gottfried.
Great Gilbert Gottfried.
And the 13th of April, Giggles and Bits, Edison, New Jersey.
Edison, New Jersey.
And on the 20th, the big one, Club Benet.
Club Benet on the 20th in Sayreville.
You're going to have a great time seeing
Sayreville, New
Gilbert.
Jersey, the Club Benet. Comes out to come get some food, and some kids.
Jackie Penthouse, Joe Page Martling, Wednesday night, May 1st at Rascals Comedy Club in West Orange, New Jersey. For information, dial 516-922-WINE. His 6 wild talking... A man goes into
talking to a chicken.
His 6 wild talking joke book cassettes available at all HMV superstores and We3 in Philadelphia. The great Jackie Martling.
I haven't laid an egg.
Long Island Rock Rehearsal. Long Island Rock Rehearsal presents...
A Negro shows up.
Long Island Rock Rehearsal presents Stutter and John, Josie saying, presents Josie Sang, making their first 1991 appearance at Spit in Levittown, Long Island, Saturday night. Tomorrow night at 11:30.
Lovely.
Tomorrow night at 11:30, it's Josie Sang.
Lovely. John, are you okay?
John, are you okay?
John, just having a seizure.
Pig Vomit tonight at the Class on West Main Street in Middletown, New York. Tomorrow night at the Backstop on Old Country Road in Plainview, Long Island. It's Pig Vomit. And if you're planning a wedding or party, why not have the music the way you want it? Imagine having Scott the Engineer at your party to spin the records. Rocket Entertainment at 718-BAG-5040. Well, Robin, it is with some sadness that we part for the week.
Yeah, I noticed you don't want to stop.
Yeah, you're waiting. It's like Jerry Seinfeld's answering machine. It just doesn't go off.
It's very sad.
We will miss these people.
And let me, of course, go out with a song.
What have you chosen? Something appropriate, I hope.
Yes, I labored many hours over what song to play before vacation. I want to thank the great Gilbert Gottfried. Want to play a Gary Lewis song?
Yeah, play This Diamond Ring.
Gary Lewis and the Playboys and their biggest hit. Wild Thing. You make my heart sing. You make everything. Here's Gary to sing.
Oh, wow.
Where's the Gary Lewis song? Do we have any, Fred? I don't even know if we have any, do we? I don't know. Or we could play this. What is that? Bee Gees?
No, this is
Creedence?
John Fogerty. Creedence.
Wild Thing.
Yeah, we should play a Gary Lewis song, because Gary Lewis is going to be over there with the Turtles. When is that, tonight?
Tonight at the
And-
Radisson in Melville.
He was a good dude. Did you hear him on our show?
Bits and pieces.
Yeah, he was pretty good. Talking about Jerry locking himself in the bathroom and stuff, but in a nice way.
Yeah.
Not in an evil way.
Was it Melville or Millersville?
Melville. I'm going to Millersville. Good thing you said that. I accidentally ended up in Millersville last time.
So Gary actually likes Jerry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His other brother doesn't.
Yeah.
There's like 5 brothers. 6 brothers, but...
The other ones hate him?
One of
No, just one.
And when he was in Vietnam, he had all these Vietnamese hookers.
Ha ha!
Not Jerry.
Oh.
Gary.
I'd like a hooker, please. Ha!
Jerry didn't go to Vietnam.
Oh, you got it. Okay. Yeah, why don't you play This Diamond Ring or something?
Yes.
Because that's all we have.
Everybody loves a clown.
Yeah, okay, don't rush me.
No,
don't rush me.
what is the grass is greener? Let's play.
Quit breathing down my neck. I'm trying as fast as I can. For God's sake, Howard. We
All
just
right.
stop it. We just stop it.
Oh.
There it goes.
Look at Gilbert doing a belly dance.
Yes.
All right, we'll see you when we get back.